Yeah. This is a message to one Patrick Shurmur and Mike Holmgren and the Cleveland Browns, and to Peyton Hillis. First off, Mr. Shermer, as I stand corrected, I question your integrity, your knowledge as a head coach. I question your handling of the Peyton Hillis situation. But then I looked on the internet and I seen some things that led to the reason why you've been acting the way you have. Now, I still question why Colt McCoy's a starting quarterback. I'm never going to stop questioning that. But I'm going to tell you right now, I've wondered why in your press conferences you seem to hate Peyton Hillis. I've wondered this, but now I know why. To Mike Holmgren and Patrick Shurmur, Mr. Shermer, I now have seen the light. I didn't get to see what you guys see every day in that locker room. In fact, I didn't get to see none of it because I'm not on the Cleveland Browns. But at this juncture, Peyton Hillis, if I was the Cleveland Browns right now, I would just release him. You have my permission to release him. A one-hit wonder, a one-year wonder. He got on the cover of the Mad Mag. Listen, this man don't want to play football. He thinks he's better than the NFL right now. He thinks he's in the upper echelon of the goddamn running backs in the league. Let me tell you something. You know Adrian Peterson? You know the guy, what's his name? Whatever, like Forte from Chicago? You know LaShawn, whatever that guy's name is in Philadelphia. I got a brain cramp right now. You are not them players. The only reason you're on Madden right now is because of the Cleveland Browns fans that voted you on there. If it wasn't for them, you wouldn't be on Madden. And then maybe you would be playing football right now. Now I understand you might have injuries, this and that, but what I seen last week, during the pregame of the 49ers game, you were throwing a football from the midfield to the goal line. When you got a bad hamstring, you don't do that type of activity. Believe me, I played the game. I know what I'm talking about. And I am not fearful of any repercussions from you. I'm 6'2", 246 and 1.5 pounds, and I have beast blood. I've been through the wars on the field and in the street, so I don't give a shit. You need to man up, because I understand the Browns brass, the players in that locker room, have had some words with you, had meetings with you, because they weren't too happy with your performance either, the way you've been handling stuff. I suggest that you admit your mistakes, come out and play football this year. If the Browns even want you, me personally, I'd say to release him. I don't even want you. And next year, I don't even want to see him on the field. Don't want to see him on the field. Until you prove to me you can do this 2 years in a row. You had a great season last year, but the last 4 games of the season, what you do? What you do? Teams started keying on you, and you couldn't do nothing. Bottom line is, I owe Mr. Shermer an apology at this juncture. And Pat Shermer, I apologize for questioning your integrity, how you handled the Peyton Hillis situation. I still don't know why you're starting Colt McCoy, unless you're being forced to by Mike Holmgren, that's fine. I'm never going to question that. I'm never going to stop questioning that. We need Seneca Wallace in there because we can contend at least. Can't watch the Browns offense right now. I still question your integrity, your knowledge as an offensive coordinator. I will say that right now. We need to hire an offensive coordinator. We need to do something. Something. But now I know why you were so short breath when it was come to Peyton Hillis in the interviews, press conferences. The man quit. The man would rather go off and get married, would rather miss events that were scheduled with children because he's supposed to be there, whatever. So you have my permission to release Peyton Hillis as of now, because let's be honest with you, what's he going to do? He was a 6th-round draft pick for a reason. He was on Denver. They traded him for a reason for Brady Quinn, which, by the way, I would like to have Brady Quinn back right now in Cleveland. I really would at this juncture. Colt McCoy? No, I don't even want to go. This is about Peyton Hillis. Now, I like Peyton Hillis. I don't even hate him right now, but I question his toughness as a football player. Strep throat? A strep throat? I make videos when I have a strep throat. I make videos when I'm hurt, when I'm sick, when I'm tired. But yeah, you couldn't play a football game with a strep throat. But you can throw a 50-yard pass in the end zone. Hell, he might be a better quarterback than McCoy. Hey, maybe we got to put him in McCoy. There's a choice. Put him on McCoy. Put him in for McCoy. But anyway, when you have a bad hamstring, you don't throw 50-yard passes at the midfield at the beginning of the game, whatever. You play the game. You play the game. Play the game! As Tabor said in One Flew Over the Cuckoo's, just play the game. The bottom line is, if I'm the Cleveland Browns right now, I don't even wait till next year. Just release him now. Who cares? We're not going to sign him anyway next year. He's not going to play again this year, from what I understand. If he is, he's not going to give 100%. Pat Shermer, I'm willing to give you another chance in my book. As long as I see some improvement on the offensive play calling, as long as I see some type of improvement in Colt McCoy. Jesus, a little accuracy accuracy on the 5-yard crossing patterns, anything, the slants, anything. I mean, you can't put a ball behind the guy. You can't put it on his shoulder. You got to put it right here where you can catch it. None of these acrobatic catches. We need to put it right in the bread box. I'm sick of hearing about we have no receivers. We have receivers. But it's kind of hard to catch a ball when it's behind you, when it's over your head, when it's out your feet, when it's nowhere close to you. It's kind of hard. So at this juncture, you have my permission to do whatever you want with Peyton Hillis. The Cleveland Browns fans are the reason you're on the Madden cover, believe it or not. Because if it wasn't for the Cleveland Browns fans, you wouldn't even have smelled that cover. It would have been Adrian Peterson, Michael Vick. How you're on the cover, I still don't understand why. You only had, 1,000, 1,100 yards last year? You don't deserve to be on that cover. Called the Madden curse, I don't believe in it. I don't believe in it at all. You want more money? Come out here and prove it on the football field, and you'll get more money. The guy in Chicago, Forte, is better than you. The guy for the Eagles is better than you. The guy in Minnesota is better than you. Hell, the third string back in Pittsburgh may be better than you right now at this juncture, because at least he can go in the game and play. He's not going to throw a football 50 yards. This is a rant video. Take a look in the mirror. When I put up 2 consecutive, I know it's hard to believe, I put up 2 consecutive videos one day that just weren't up to my liking. And I took them down. This was about 3 years ago. Because I did not feel they're up to the par, the level of excellence that I expected from myself and to give them my subscribers. I took them down. And right there that day, I looked myself in the mirror and I said, you got to step your game up. And for 3 straight years, I stepped my game up every video after video after video. You need to look yourself in the mirror. You know what you need to do? You need to grab one of these. Grab one of these, take a look at yourself and say, could I be the best I am? And I'm looking at myself right now and I'm saying I'm great. 246-pound beast! Look at that, I wish you guys could see this. God, I'm good looking. You're good looking. You really are. You're big too, you built well for your age. Most guys your age are slobs. You're like a fucking NFL linebacker. That's not the point, that's not the point. So, you need to look yourself in the mirror and say, do I want to play professional football, or do I want to be the cover boy Madden and act like I'm great, this and that, go on David Letterman and this and that? You were my favorite Browns player at one time, you and Josh Cribbs. I love Josh Cribbs, by the way. He's my favorite Browns player ever. Josh Cribbs, I love you. You're great. I hope that if you ever leave Cleveland, you get a Super Bowl championship, because if you were on the New England Patriots or any other team out there that used you, that use you the way you should be used, and you'd be a household name in the NFL. Right now in Cleveland, they ain't getting it done the way they're using you right now. They're using you as a receiver. You're going to name a quarterback to get you the ball. Josh Cribbs wants to play special teams again. You know why? Because he wants action. There's no action being a Browns receiver. You know what the only action is? Diving for a ball 5 feet over your head. Looking behind you when the ball's on the ground. That's the only action is as a Browns receiver. Not the case. Not the case. So anyway, Peyton Hillis, I'm sure this video will open your eyes up. Like I said, I'm 6'2", 246.5 pounds. I'm a beast with beast blood. I mean, I'm sure you encountered people like Ray Lewis on that football field, but you've never encountered anyone like me on that football field. I was a defensive end, Cleveland St. Ignatius, the best defensive end that school's ever had. And I played linebacker there. I was a crossbred. That's what I did. I was a tweener. I played on the outside like Greg Lloyd, like James Harrison, Joey Porter. That's what I did. And I dominated. So I know the game of football. Question is, are you going to watch this video? Which I know you will. Or are you going to learn anything from it? The Browns players called you in for a meeting. And it's quite evident when you get called in for a meeting from your peers that you need to do some soul searching. And if that didn't work, maybe this video will help you out. You're on the cover because the Cleveland Browns fans got you there. And this is how you treat them, by not going out and playing football, this and that, because you got a strep throat. Or your hamstrings hurt, but yet you can throw a 50-yard pass through the uprights in San Francisco, Candlestick Park in a 50-mile-an-hour wind? That's how you treat the fans of Cleveland? You don't even try to play? Look, you want a new contract, go out there and prove yourself on the field. If you can't prove yourself on the field, what good are you to any NFL team out there? And you think any NFL team is going to want you after this whole fucking episode right here? Probably looking at you like this guy's a head case. Now, you still are not as bad as LeBron James. LeBron James left to go chase a title because he couldn't do it on his own. He couldn't be. Michael Jordan would have never joined Larry Bird in Boston and said, hey, I need a ring, please help me. No, he did it his own way because he has beast blood. Michael Jordan. LeBron James has the greatest talent to ever play in the NBA right now, but 10 years from now, someone else will come along way better than him and probably has beast blood and will be better than Jordan. It always happens in sports. Someone always comes around in about 10, 15 years is better than the last player. LeBron James, you have that ability, but you don't have it right here. You don't have it here, you don't have it there. You want to pass the ball, you want to pass off, but you want to despair late games. I don't know how this turned into LeBron James rap, but it did. You still are the worst villain in Cleveland history because You should have came out right after the game. Whatever, what you quit in the playoffs, said, look, I'm not coming back next year. Cleveland Cavaliers could have prepared, made preparations to do something else with their goddamn thing instead of waiting till the last minute when you went to that goddamn Boys and Girls Club and used to refuse on your god. I'm sorry. I'm getting off subject here. This is about Peyton Hillis. Peyton Hillis, look me in the eyes right now and tell me you didn't learn nothing from this video. I know I have. You know what I learned? I learned that I could take a small YouTube channel and make it into a fucking biblical beast. And I learned that if you see this video, which you will, and you watch it, I am the one, not the Browns players, not the coaching staff, not your agent, whatever. I'm the one that is going to steer you down the right direction and resurrect your career and get you on that football field this Sunday against the Houston Texans. I know I will be the one that does that for you. So, hope this helped. And to the Browns fans, I'm going to give Shermer a shot because I believe there's a reason why he was mad at Peyton Hillis. Hopefully the offensive play call, maybe it's a part of the reason the offensive play calling so bad is that McCoy can't throw the ball over 20 yards downfield. And it's quite evident he can't throw a 5-yard slant pattern. And it's quite evident he can't even hand the ball off anymore because he fumbles his own snap. As Dan Fouts put it like 3 times last week. And McCoy recovered his own fumble again. Tom Heckert, you've done a splendid job. Now it's time to focus on offense. Maybe get a quarterback. Anything. Anything's better than this thing we got now. I would suggest Pat Shermer to start Seneca Wallace. He's familiar with the West Coast offense. He used it in Seattle. Mike Holmgren's he's from his tree. He obviously drafted him. Obviously played for Mike Holmgren. And from what I've seen of Wallace last year, he's better than this kid we got now. He's better than McCoy. On one leg, he's better than McCoy. So, there you have it. Expecting my phone to ring because I know he'll call me when he sees it.